Hello everybody and welcome back, I'm Count Christo and this is the Roman Reclamation campaign. At the end of the last episode, after I blathered on about trade centres and all that good stuff, I noticed something very bad. The Ottomans are advancing. And then I noticed something quite good. They're trying to advance, but I don't think they can ever make progress. They don't have enough men. Right? Yeah. The Ottomans here, you know, they're like we drove them back up into the hills of central Anatolia, and they were like, we won't allow this to defeat us. We shall spread out and conquer the nearby Islamic kingdoms or princedoms. What do you? I don't know. Beylik? Yeah, that's the term, isn't it? Beylik, right. We'll conquer the nearby Turkish Beyliks and unify and then take the fight back and reclaim the coastline. But they won't, because it's a level 3 fort, which requires 6,000 men to siege, and they only have 5,000. So they're going to sit here suffering attrition until either they just run out of men and then end the war, or they just like get bored and the war ends inconclusively. Monasticism. I think I should just keep going for do not permit anything in order to eventually lower church influence a bit. But I mean, I like these hermitages. This one's not in a different place. It's Pergamus. Where's that? Let's see, Pergamus. That's right. It's down here. I mean, if they're good, don't get me wrong, it's good, but I want to lower the church influence a bit because it's so high. Let's keep trying to work on that. Diplomatic insult? How dare you, good sir? Well, you will regret the day you decided to do that, I assure you. I don't mind if I have to cross a river into hills. You're going down. Is there anyone that would take an alliance right now? Love the macro builder, by the way. It's such a good feature. Moria would. Yeah, actually, Moria seems like a perfectly good alliance. Oh, we're currently guaranteeing their independence. I didn't know that. Because as soon as we border Moria, we can seize them. It's one of the earliest memes on my Twitch channel. Seize Moria! God, that was a while ago. That was when MEIOU&Taxes first came out. Or MEIOU&Taxes 2.0, that is. So as long as we neighbour them, we can do this. And if we're big enough to establish the theme system, they become a vassal. How far away are we from establishing this? Only 5 more provinces. Very, very close. And we can just rename a bunch of stuff. It renames it to Byzantion. Cool. Yeah, so we'll ally Moria. That seems fine. Ecclesiastical writings. So we can spend some money to get more missionary strength, or more higher chance of missionary strength. Confiscate the manuscript and keep it locked up. He would be a bit peeved if we did that, wouldn't it? All right, let's publish it across the nation. We have a chance of getting some nice stuff. Did we get it? We did not. That's a shame. So Moria will ally with us. Who else? Will you take vassalization? They might, once we grow a bit more. And I would like to vassalize them. We could feed them this area. Because until we have good enough, a bit of a better port system, I don't really want to, or a road system going maybe across here. If we had a nice port here, and then a good road to here, and then a good port here, that would be useful for communication efficiency over here. Yeah, I think you as an ally seems fine, because we can probably get a vassalage. I believe MEIOU&Taxes. I'm not going to go into the numbers, because I think I've been doing quite a bit of talking recently, and maybe I should do a bit more playing. MEIOU&Taxes, I think, doesn't use the squared development calculation that Vanilla does for calculating the relative economic basis of nations in order to allow or not allow vassalage. And that's where I'm going to stop, because I don't know exactly what it does have. We're very pious right now, so we should just keep getting more and more pious. So we're going to have a more or less constant policy of intolerance, I think. How long does it last? 10 years. So 20 admin points over 10 years, 2 a year. It's like minus 0.25 admin power per month in exchange for 20 fanaticism. Maybe it's not a good idea, but I do want to try and get some conversions done. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, I know I kind of geek out a bit over things like the the local centres of trade and art and culture and all that stuff. Aquitaine has been placed under interdict. This news does not affect us. Oh, there goes the first reform. They've established the Reichstag. I believe the Reichstag already actually existed, but it's cool anyway. Looks like we're ready for this war. But yeah, I just love the dynamic features of MEIOU&Taxes. They're so fun. Right. We can take these guys. There's 3 of them. But they're all behind on tech. Or at least one behind on tech. We've got the morale. And we can pick them off one at a time. They've got a good general. 5-4. He's got a very good general. We can win. If they put us on... let's turn on the fort. And wait a month. If they start... England's been placed under interdict. Really? What did you do, England? He's been excommunicated. Is it because of this? No, these are pretender rebels. Oh, he's Lancaster. So I guess these are Yorkist pretender rebels, maybe. Yorkist. I don't know. Maybe. Is that the War of the Roses? It seems a bit early. Is it early? Yeah, it's a bit early. My English history should really be better. Anyway. I think we can take these guys. If it starts going badly, I'll get support from the estates, but I don't think we're going to need it. So we're going to use reconquest rather than imperial reconquests. We should maybe use imperial reconquests and then full call some of these guys. We could, I mean, we would be calling in Karaman then as well. Let's just go for the cause. I think that's fine. I really would like to full call this guy though, because Tyre is quite big. So it would cause a bit of aggressive expansion to get them non-full called. But we're at 0 aggressive. Well, we're not 0. We're at 15 on the Muslims. Then mostly 0 on 0 on the Christians pretty much, and then about 7 on the Orthodox. And the reason I split it up like that is because aggressive expansion gets significantly diminished if you receive the aggressive expansion when at war with somebody else. We have a maneuver advantage, so we can not get a river crossing here. Let's be a bit conservative. Let's not call these guys. Marching in, low maintenance. Oh, I was no, I don't. Oh, on the navy. Yeah, no, go away. Disable that tooltip. We don't that pop up. We don't need that. I should be able to always remember when I'm on low maintenance, and rather than having to be reminded. He's not even coming to help. He's just fleeing. Coward that he is. We'll be able to get this one on war dynamism. Hey, nice. Stability improves. Looting policy. We're going to heavily restrict looting. We're going to heavily restrict looting almost all the time. Yeah, one thing I need to remember to get used to doing is roaming around when you first declare war on someone, killing all their estate levies to make sure they don't get... oh, we win before they get here. We can. It's hills. We're on the defensive. Bad move. We've got a 10% advantage. Profiteering in Pilrelep. Well, we have an agreement with the... Oh, what are you doing? Landing over there. Won't be there till the 3rd. How long until you get there? Be there on the 22nd of March. Haha, we'll get them. I'm going to sink those Ardin. Not sure. Let's conquer them, and then we have to learn how to pronounce their name. Well, I mean, I know we have this trade agreement. Venice? It's Vandar. I don't think Vandar... Oh, it's a freaking city, isn't it? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The city is Pilrep. Vandar. Oh, come on, Venice. It's an irrelevant little backwater. Well, no, that's not fair, actually, because it's in the lower Danube. And it's got a gold mine. Sorry, a silver mine. I didn't notice that. Awesome. Yeah, I'll take the extra trade power. Because unless you control most of a node, trade power is more important than trade value. This guy might slow us down on our way to kill these guys, but hopefully we'll be there in time. Oh, we got locked. Half morale. Stack wipe incoming. And here's some more estate troops, probably. Just keep roaming around, making sure we don't let them start getting the better of us. Let's go down here. Did we get here in time? No, they ran away. But they don't have any men on them. Where have the troops gone from those boats? Color me confused. I don't understand. They can't be on the boats. Because you can't store men on boats in ports in this game. I didn't think you can. So we're just going to roam around, stack wiping these guys until they run out of state troops, and then I'll feel safe enough to settle down. You don't gain nearly as much morale from successful battles in this game as you do in this mod, rather, as you do in vanilla. So it's more dangerous to do constant warfare like this. But I think overall we're going to be able to make this work. Can we win this battle quick enough before the tick? No, sadly not. Let's split up to solidify our blockade. The Ottomans' eternal siege carries on. Eventually, disease outbreaks alone should be enough to make them run out of manpower. Got conditional access now to Hujuvendigar, which is not actually called Hujuvendigar, what are they called? Gurmia. I'm not good. My Turkish pronunciations, not good. Discontent in the capital. Pointless event. Don't know why that event exists. It might be connected to some larger event chain or something, but from my perspective, it seems totally pointless because you almost never have unrest in the capital because it's got such good communication efficiency. New tech. Hey, Diplotech. Nice. It's going to give us some more trade range. We can start considering whether to go out to one of these places. So obviously the most wealth is in Egypt, but there's also a whole lot of Mamluk trade power. Oh, and actually, now I look at it, it's redundant because we don't have range on Egypt. So we could go here. I think I could do a bunch of maths and try and calculate it, but an easiest way is just to test. So 2.37 transferring from the Danube. Let's try the Black Sea. Hey, inspirational leader, more morale of armies and more reinforced speed. Nice. Ha ha ha, stack wipe. That's what we like to see. Catch him. Nice. I think you should gain drill from winning battles. Would that be unbalanced? Maybe. But don't you think winning a battle would make the units fight better in coordination? I guess you'd need a different modifier, like veterancy. You have army drill and then veterancy is another one. Low manpower happened to us. Let's take the war goal. Start getting that ticking in our favor. A new champion of the... Ooh, it's always so tempting to gain a general with 100 tradition. But we really shouldn't, should we? Maybe we should. 100 tradition. Let's do it. They're always so good. What? That's got to be like the lowest possible. 9 pips? Come now. That's ridiculous. I could have rolled him normally with 35 tradition. It's outrageous. I feel cheated. Oh, I just consolidated. I hope I didn't consolidate away a regiment. I don't think I did. Ah, well, that's annoying. Oh well. Oh well. We shall live with it. 100 tradition generals. So often so much better than that. Alright, this guy does have a siege pip. Let's put him on here. He didn't even have a freaking siege pip, this new general. Let's go start sieging. Actually, we should siege this one first. And move on to Tyre. So yes, if we're to separate piece out someone like this guy with them not being full called, it costs a huge amount and does cause quite a lot of aggressive expansion. So let's just take our cause, and then, you know, in a bit we can come back, we can beat these guys again, and we'll take the rest with the proper war goal. So I think for this one we're just gonna do this and then take these two. We might want to separate piece you out for the cause, and that actually will be yeah. See, that's quite expensive on the aggressive expansion. But if we can confine the aggressive expansion to the Beyliks, you know, we're going to kill all the Beyliks pretty soon. So, well, I mean, subdue and then bring round to our point of view. Might be a better way of putting it. But some of them might get kicked out. No, don't raise men. That's not allowed. Didn't you hear? The Romans are here. They're back. Pious missionary, whatever. Did that say Russia? Surely not. No. Maybe it was Ryazan. Easy win. Cool. Do I even want to bother sieging down this guy's capital? It's probably worth it. Just to take his money. Let's set the money demands in case they lose money somehow. We're going to let him go. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a dominant position now. I want to just get these sieges won. So one more tech? Yeah, one more tech till we can start getting trade ships. Once you become quite rich, I should be dealing with these guys. The clans are withholding taxes. Their land, their rules, or our land, our rules. They're quite loyal already, so sure, I'll take 42 ducats for a bit of a loyalty hit. Let's take these guys out, and then we'll move to take these guys out. Then we'll return to our siege. War dynamism? Nice. And war dynamism here as well. Good. Don't know if we need the war dynamism on this one, but we might take it on this one. Though the main downside to war dynamism is it does cost quite a bit of... If you do it on lots and lots of provinces, it starts costing quite a substantial amount of diplomatic power, which we obviously would rather spend on tech, amongst other things, ideas and all that good stuff. Our first idea group, culture. The earlier you take it, the better it is. I'm so tempted just to take culture. I'm very tempted. Culture or... I mean, what are the other good options, realistically? We could take... There we go, white peace. Stupid Ottomans. What are you doing? As you'll know if you started watching this series after watching, like, episode 19 of the Prussian series, which realistically you can't have done, or at least you can have done, but it's very unlikely that you did do, you'll know that I originally decided to do... I thought I wanted to play in this area, so I'd play as the Ottomans, and there'd be an easy start, and then we'd see what we could do to blob a lot. But I think playing as the Romans is more fun, because it's easier to get a kind of long-term goal, you know, re-establishing the borders of the Roman Empire. And also it's a tougher start, quite a substantially tougher start. So it seemed more fun. Siege down the capital here. Nope, still needed that. Confirmation of another metropolis. Yeah, I almost did a start as the Ottomans. I have already played as the Ottomans. I did quite a long campaign as them. Before I really understood communication efficiency and what a big deal rebels were in this mod. And how you really had to keep your country stable. And, you know, put a lot of thought into where you expanded and how you expanded. And so I played as the Ottomans, and I kind of, you know, I took over all of this area. And then everything, it was just Rebel Simulator. Endless Rebel Simulator, so I stopped. Hopefully in this game we'll be able to keep the roles a little bit more manageable. But I know Lambert's laughing right now. As he tells me the Sunni rebels from his restoration campaign gave him PTSD. PTSD is not funny. Fake PTSD that people claim because they got like too many rebels. That's quite funny. Just for the record, in case there was any doubt there. So, what should we build? In case you don't know, everything gets more expensive the more stuff you build, which is a good mechanically. I don't think it makes a huge amount of sense. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Prestige student slots are the ones where you get people from abroad, I think, to come and they come and generate art power. So it's the same amount of art power per student. It's 0.5 extra art power. It's a whole 1 extra urban gravity, which is a lot. Oh no, this is what we should do. We should save up for a corporation guild. Because the way workshops work is it goes 4, 8, 16, 32, 20? No, it doesn't. Sorry, it goes 4, 8, 16, 20, same one, 20, 20. So basically, you want to have, generally speaking, you want to have at least a workshop in every province where you have 4 urban pop, and then at least a corporation guild in every one where you have 8, and that way you're getting the most production out of your urban population. because the first urban pop provide 1 production power each, and then all subsequent ones gain 0.25. So it's very inefficient to build a great big one in a province which is less good. Hang on a minute. It says urban production power plus 1, comma, plus 0.25. So maybe this art power thing is calculated. So because that number shown in the top of the tooltip is then multiplied by the number of upper class. No, sorry, is multiplied by the number of urban class. What are they called? Just urban population. Right. Urban population. I'm sorry. I'm not being very clear, but the first 8 give that 1, and then the next 4 are giving that 0.25. So maybe this tooltip is also the same. So the art power per student educated inside the province plus 0.25. Yeah, obviously. I'm sorry. I thought I was onto something, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just being silly. Forget that I said anything. We could pump some money into the education system. I don't want it to go below 40. Queen Helena has died. No. Well, we already had a kid, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We could marry Moria. I think I'm already married to them, though. Could marry these guys. Does being married give her reasons to... Yeah, it's plus 10 reasons to what you call it? Become a vassal. So sure, let's marry these guys and start improving relations with them, and we'll do our best to try and... already improving relations with them, but we'll do our best to do that. Make a generous donation, because we're low on legitimacy. Sure. 324. Let's see if it goes up. 324. I want to give a donation. I don't want it to go below 40 is the thing. Because 40 is what's giving us our... no, wrong one. 40 is what's giving us our fair level of education. So here, have 100 ducats. 424. See if it goes up. Obviously, over time, we don't need to worry about those things as much. We just worry about trying to keep them in equilibrium. So we just, over time, we steadily increase the amount we're giving them as we get more population and stuff. And as we take over less developed land, we need to account for that, because obviously, if we take over a whole bunch of land over here, which is a bit less developed, there's lots of rural stuff. Some on the coast, there's some pretty big development stuff, but by comparison to these central areas that we started with, these ones here, this area is far less urbanized, and hence there's less cities and stuff. Great perm, whatever. I wonder if we should try and unifying Europe would be a bit of a stretch. It's very, very difficult as someone with their capital somewhere like this to hold a province like this without it having just ludicrous unrest because of the communication efficiency. Even if your capital was close to it, it's difficult because the provinces are huge. It's not just terrain that controls how communication efficiency moves around. It's also actually the size of the province. Okay. Is there anything I could be doing right now while we finish this off? Not really. This core, there goes. Final siege there. We can take our siege leader, put him down here in the south. Flag infantry. They're fighting with flags, are they? Alright, got a core here. So, we've been able to make any conversion progress? No. Minus 12. Oh, I still got the non-core modifier, though. Let's give it a second. Oh, and we got their army out, their navy out. Let's send reinforcements. Excuse me, would you? Thank you. To go and deal with them. Easy win. Everyone come back down. I only want 2 guys here. I don't think we need to fight that guy. As soon as we win the siege, we'll be able to piece these guys out for money, war reps, whatever we want. I am tempted to wait for this war dynamism. Oh, it's already run out, the timer. So any moment we could get a, I think it's a 30-day timer until the, 30-day mean time to happen rather, on the event that allows you to flip occupation. Not occupation, but actual ownership of the province. We could use more soldiers. We could indeed. We could use literally more soldiers. There we go. Taking a core. We don't need to, because we can just take this peace deal. But it saves us 12 global aggressive expansion. Not global, but 12 regional aggressive expansion. So let's do it. And then we can piece you out. Yeah, cause a lot less aggressive expansion. Take a lot more money. Seems good to me. Let's win this one down here first, so they don't get any ideas. There we go, good timing. We can, yeah, we don't want to take the province. I'll take your trade power. No. Sure, end your treaties. Why not? Well, we need to end them with them. We're going to kill them. Now we can piece you out. Just for this, money, war reps. Sure, end your relationship down there. No, can't do that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I should have waited for that. I'm such a fool. Should have waited for that siege to end. Oh well, no matter. Captured Heathen Temple. Where? Trells. I mean, it says it's a basilica, but if we let it turn into a heathen temple, I think we can hand it over to Orthodox priests to run. That's fine. Causes 10 unrest, but in the long term, it means we have a good Orthodox temple here, which helps with local missionary strength and unrest. We only have to deal with this unrest for 5 years. Okay, so cause retaken imperial reconquest against the knights. Oh, I never looked up the imperial reconquest CBR. I shall do that. Okay, and there goes them. Glorious, nice little addition, becoming contiguous with our little fort province out here. Fantastic, giving us. Ooh, we actually have a core on this knights province. I didn't know that. Oh, we have a core on the knights themselves. Sweet. Okay, would you accept vassalization? You're the wrong religion, so probably not. Probably not even if we grew quite a bit. So you guys are now getting pretty close. We are going to need to grow our military a bit. I'm upset that we can't ally them because of the alliance limit problem. We're probably going to feed them like most of this area because, I mean, well, I want to annex this area relatively soon because it's in our core trade node, but land in the Venetian node we don't really need in a hurry. I will take the one that adds some to our court. Court expenses, I would like to see court wealth brackets last year's wealth. That would be awesome too. The change is still going down. We have expanded quite a bit. Wow, our income is... Oh no, that's war operations. War operations. It's because Arden just took a loan and we got a portion of the loan. Because that happens with war operations, which is pretty funny. Anyway, that is the end of that episode. Thank you very much for watching. In the next one, since we did the... we took back the Sunni cause next time, we'll go and get our... Is that a final core in the north? Yes, it is. And then we can start considering how we're going to get these back from the Venetians, which will be a more of a challenge. Have they allied anyone big yet? Just Siena. Not too bad. Ooh, Florence is doing quite well for themselves. Take some land over there. Anyway, see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.